30% discount at Stone Stopper by Moonstone TM. Find us at moonstonenutrition.com. Here radio. Stone Stopper by Moonstone TM is a doctor-developed, science-backed kidney health solution with 30 MEq of alkali citrate to prevent kidney stones. Available in powders and capsules. Enjoy an exclusive discount with my promo code moonstonenutrition.com for radio to get 30% discount. Other shows we have for you to enjoy at myclassicradio.net. The Avengers was most certainly not a household name in South Africa prior to the radio series. With no national television service until 1976, the mechanism simply was not present in the country to show television programs to mass audiences. While many other countries reveled in the filmed adventures of John Steed and Company, South Africa was not equipped to join in the fun. The series took Britain by storm and made a major impression in the American markets, being that greatest of rarities, a British series given a network transmission slot. However, as a film series, rather than a videotaped one, The Avengers was able to gain a modicum of exposure in South Africa through film rentals. Come and listen at myclassicradio.net.
Bells. Stand by all stations.
Attention, all districts. A 5-alarm fire. 5 bells. Move in immediately.
That's it. Let's go! Let's go! Firefighters! Presenting Firefighters, the true-to-life story of our unsung heroes who stand ready to ride by day or night against our most murderous enemy, the demon of fire. In just 1 minute, we'll join Chief Cody and young Tim Collins on the deck of the fireboat, which you remember is faced with an extremely dangerous job. The flaming oil barge that Mike Halloran's tugboat has been trying to push away from the docks is now drifting dangerously free again after Mike had to back off when his ship caught fire. Well, now it's up to Captain Jarvis and his fireboat to take over a job that threatens the life of everyone on board. We'll move into this thrilling situation in just a moment, right after this important message. Let's go, firefighters. Let's go to the deck of the fireboat where Captain Jarvis has just ordered Mike Halloran's tugboat to back away from the flaming oil barge after the tugboat's bow caught on fire. Then, to the surprise of everyone on deck, the captain calls out,
Okay, this is where we move in.
Stand by, all hands. We're heading for the barge. Stand by, all
But,
hands.
Captain, I thought you said our boat wasn't powerful enough to push the barge against the tide. And with those flames...
Just turning, Chief. Slack water now. In a few minutes, she'll be going out.
Yes, I know, but even so...
If we have the tide with us, I think we can hold that blazing inferno from drifting down on the docks. And maybe even push her out of this river traffic.
If we don't catch fire like Mike did.
Well, that's the chance we've got to take. Our hull is steel, Mike's is wood. It'll get hot, hotter than a blast furnace. But it's the only thing we can do.
Well, I guess you're right, Captain. We can't take a chance of letting that mass of flaming oil hit those docks. We'd have the biggest waterfront fire in history on our hands.
Mike's tugboat is clear of the barge, Captain.
Right.
Stand by with those monitors. Keep them full on our bow.
Engine room. Ahead, 1/3. Hey, Tim, why don't you go below with Jimmy? There's no use risking your life up on deck here when it's not your line of duty.
Oh, is that an order, Chief?
Well, no, not exactly.
Well, I'm staying, sir. We'll need every hand available to pull out of this successfully.
Always ready for a good rousing fire, huh? Well, I guess you are a born smoke eater after all.
Ahoy! Up on number 3 monitor. Water down Mike Halloran's bow as we pass alongside.
Gee, old
oil Mike's still burning.
Yeah, but nothing too serious. Now that he's away from that blazing oil.
Yeah, the boys will have it out in no time.
That's it. Hit it with a 5-inch. That's got it. Now bring it back on our bow. We're moving in.
Boy, I can feel that blazing heat already.
Yeah, you bet. I've seen plenty of fires in my time, but this is one of the... Oh, Captain.
Yes, Chief?
That burning oil in the water. It's getting pretty close to our side.
You're right, Chief.
Ahoy, number 2. Hit that burning oil in the water. Bring it up with your stream.
God, this heat and gas is pretty terrific.
Getting it, son? Say, Tim, maybe you'd better...
No, sir. I'll be all right. We're almost touching the stern of the barge, Chief.
You think we can stop her from drifting?
We'll soon find out. If we can only keep our bow curtained with water,
Captain, something's wrong with monitors 2 and 4.
What?
You're right, Tim. They're both shooting steam.
Jumping, Chief. Push-a-pat they are. I never saw that before.
It's that flaming oil around us, Captain. The water's so hot, the intake pumps are pumping steam instead of water.
Well, it's too late to do anything about it now. We got our bow against the barge. Now we'll see if we can hold her.
Yeah. Better have a man with a 2-inch line. Water down those men on the monitors, Captain. This heat's getting pretty bad.
Right.
Samuel, keep the man up forward. Soak down with your line.
This is worse than I...
Jimmy, what are you doing up here now? This is no place for
I know
you.
you ordered me to stay below, but
I meant it, Jimmy. It's too dangerous here.
but there's a fire below. In a closet where there's a lot of paint.
Good heavens! The heat set off the paint locker.
Well, I'll take charge of that fire, Captain. Your men have their hands full up here.
Good boy, Tim. You know where the hand extinguishers are.
Right, yes, sir. Come on, Jimmy. This is where your firefighting experience can help, too.
Leaving Captain Jarvis and Chief Cody to direct operations on deck, Tim and his brother Jimmy rush below with hand extinguishers to battle a fire that endangers the whole safety of the fireboat. The regular crew have their hands full, keeping the bow from catching fire as they push up against the roaring mass of flaming oil. And now, there's a fire below deck.
Here, Jimmy. You handle this extinguisher. I'll take the big job. Right. Here it is. Right off the passage. Yeah, I see it. All right. Now stand back and let me hit it first. Oh, boy, is that hot. Here. Okay, Jimmy, you move in on the left. Right, Tim. Coming up. Yeah. That's it. That's it. A little more to the left. There. Yeah, that about does it. Thank goodness you noticed it in time. Didn't have a chance to get big, but it could have gutted the ship.
I'll just play a little more over there to make sure.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, that's good, Jimmy. That's good. Now, that's fine. Now, let's get topside and see how the fire's doing up there.
Returning to the deck, Tim and Jimmy find the captain and Chief Cody tensely watching the fight to keep the flaming barge from drifting. And the captain calls out.
Engine room, ahead, full speed.
Are we holding her, Captain?
I think we are, Chief. And with the tide helping us now, I believe we're beginning to move her.
We are, Captain. I can see us moving in the water.
Hey there, young man. I thought you were supposed to be below deck.
If it's all the same, Chief Cody, why don't you let him stay up here? I'll watch out for him.
I guess it's all right after that bang-up job of firefighting you did. But keep out of the way.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, Chief.
We're moving with her, Chief.
Good. With the tide on the ebb, we may have her licked.
Head for the island at the mouth of the harbor, Jim. Now.
Now, if that fire doesn't get out of hand...
She's still raging. But with that curtain of water the boys are keeping over the bow, I think we can control her.
We're running out of the burning oil, but that bow is still red hot.
Number 2 monitor. Raise it a little. Keep that water curtain covering the bow.
Slowly, with her engine straining to the utmost, the fireboat pushes the great flaming barge down the river. With the tide in their favor, they move steadily toward the tiny piece of land at the harbor's mouth, where Captain Jarvis hopes to beach his blazing cargo.
Steady now. We're approaching the island. Get her aim dead center for that strip of beach.
She's headed straight forward, Captain.
All right.
Keep your monitors straight on the bow.
Engine room. Let's have all the turns you've got.
You're going to ram her ashore?
Yep. Far up on the beach as we can.
Stand by, everybody. She's going to hit.
Nice going, Captain. She's well up on the shore.
Good. And if you think I'm not glad to get rid of that mess of flaming death. All right, engine room. Back full.
Well, there she is, high and dry and burning, out of danger. Captain Jarvis, I want to congratulate you for a marvelous piece of work.
Thank you, Chief. Had me worried for a while, all right.
You can be sure the commissioner will hear of this.
Well, your boys here, Tim and Jimmy, deserve a lot of the credit, too, Chief. If Jimmy hadn't discovered that paint lock of fire, and Tim...
They're good lads, all right. Firefighters of the Corps. Even Jimmy here at the ripe age of 15. Oh, by the way, Jimmy, after you've recovered from our routine tour of fireboat duty, I have a surprise I want to tell you about.
Oh, nothing like the one we've just been through, is it, Chief?
Well, I hope not quite, no. No, it has to do with the Junior Firefighters Antique Fair. After we get ashore, come on down to the station and we'll talk it over, huh?
Oh, gee, thanks, Chief.
All right, Captain. Let's head for home. I've had just about all the firefighting I want for one day.
Well, Tim and Jimmy's visit to the fireboat sure turned into quite an adventure. And there's another one in store for them and for you when Jimmy visits the chief about the Junior Firefighters Antique Fair in our next thrilling true-to-life episode of The Firefighters. Now, boys and girls, in just a moment, Fire Chief Bob Cody will tell all of you boys and girls how you can help the firefighters right in your own hometown. But first, let's listen to this message. Now, Chief Bob Cody with a special message for the Firefighters Brigade. Chief Cody.
Hello, boys and girls. This is Chief Cody with a tip about how to prevent fires in a place where they very often start, the basement. This particular tip applies to homes where coal is burned in the furnace. Never, under any circumstances, put ashes in cardboard containers or wooden boxes. A live coal can smolder for hours, then suddenly break into flames. To avoid this fire hazard, always put furnace ashes in a metal container. Well, that's all for now. Until you hear from me next time, so long.
Fire Chief Cody and the young rookie fireman Tim Collins will be back on the same station the next time you hear...
That's it. Let's roll! Let's go! Fire! Fire!
Firefighters is a copyrighted feature of William F. Holland Productions.